as her private secretary, what was your relationship with politicians, members of Parliament?
Well, I always had to be aware of the constitutional position of the royal family, which is that since about the days of, well, George III, but I mean, going all the way back to King John in the 13th century, the struggle between monarch and Parliament played out, and ultimately Parliament won. We had a civil war about it. And constitutionally, although this isn't written down, it's accepted that the monarch has three constitutional entitlements when it comes to politicians. The monarch has the right to be consulted, to advise, and to warn. Now, Diana was not the monarch, but she was going to be the next co-head of state. Unlike, for example, Kate Middleton, who was not going to be the next queen. Diana was going to be the next queen. Every day. It could be tonight she could be the queen. So we were conscious. We weren't serving her as princess, we were serving her as the queen in waiting.
The ruling party, say the Tory party at the time, did members of the Tory party, did they reach out to you behind the scenes, privately?
Most of my time with the princess, the prime minister was, well, initially Margaret Thatcher and then John Major. And it was part of my duties to maintain good relations with number 10 Downing Street, and indeed with all the main departments of state. Because when Diana made a speech, for example, it was very important that nothing she said contradicted government policy. Government policy was the will of the people. The royal family is not elected. They have no democratic constituency at all, despite the fact that some of them more recently seem to think that they are entitled to pronounce on matters of public policy. They're not. And it was part of, very much, one of my top duties to make sure that Diana kept out of political controversy. And therefore, the way I found best to do that was to tell everybody, the Prime Minister and the senior ministers, what she was doing, what she wanted to do. And with that exception, I found them very helpful.